Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice.
Unusual Eunice.
Unusual Eunice.
Hi there, welcome to another amazing episode of Unusual Eunice. And my name still remains Eunice Mambo. With me today, I have an amazing personality, someone I hold in the very highest esteem. And well, I don't want to keep you waiting. Without much further ado, I want to introduce you to, before I call his name, I want you to know he's an award-winning motivational speaker. He's a singer. He's a recording artist. He's a trumpet and a saxophone player. I mean, all this in one. Please join me in welcoming Babarinde Williams. Babarinde Williams, how are you today?
Well, thank you.
Okay, so can we get to meet you in your own voice?
Okay, my name is Babarinde Williams. Proudly born in a place called Ukwaguda on Lagos Island. That means I'm an Omoeko Bataki. And I love my people, I love my culture, and I love my heritage. For over 20 years now, I've called this place called Toronto home. It's a place I find so much peace, tranquility, and also an avenue to progress financially, in every way. And so I've known this place also as my own home since I left Nigeria, like I said, over 2 decades ago. And I'm very, very happy to say that Nigeria for me is still home, but here is where I live, where I sleep, where I wake up, where I have my property, and so yeah, this is my home.
So you've heard it from Babarinde saying Toronto is his home, and well, I would say the same for myself, considering the fact that we're both Nigerians and we know what Nigeria is or how it's been, and exactly the state which Nigeria is right now. Okay, so speaking of Nigeria, I would like us to, go into the state of Nigeria right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've both seen the videos that's been circulating around, and the massacre in Lekki. It's been very disturbing, very disturbing. I want to start with, as a Nigerian, I mean, how does this resonate with you? How seeing these videos, seeing the peaceful protests, and seeing how the politicians trying to make a mess out of it, how does it resonate with you? How do you see the whole thing?
Well, what happened was supposed to happen, because there's no way that you can allow injustice to continue unabated. What they did had to happen. When it happened was just a matter of time. Now, this protest was sparked off as a kind of response to the bestiality of a group of uniformed thugs called the SARS. Okay, I have an uncle who's in the police force, and I really don't care. But they are a bunch of thugs. But back to what I was saying before, ending SARS is just a symptom of a bigger problem. Nigeria do have a very, very deep systematic problem. But the fact is, we can solve it. But the problem there is the ones who benefit from the injustice are not willing to let go. Let me tell you, if you have somebody as your slave, as your servant, and you ride him to death, you do whatever you like, would you want him to escape? No. Now, I'm speaking symbolically and also practically.
Yeah.
When you have such a situation, it's a pressure point, okay? One side wants the status quo. The other side wants change. Now, ask yourself, why would one side want everything to be the way it is? Because they benefit from the injustice.
Yes.
Why would the other side want a change? They want change because they are the ones suffering the arrangement. So something has to give. And what happened in the past 2 weeks was exactly what is supposed to happen. because you cannot fool the people all the time. And those who make peaceful change impossible, eventually they make violent change inevitable.
Okay, I hear you loud and clear, but I want us to take it one after the other.
Okay.
So I want us to start with, what's your thoughts? I mean, we all saw that the protesters, when they saw that the army came there, when the army arrived, they all went on their knees, raising the Nigerian flag. Did that mean something? Why would the military men go ahead and fire shots in the air? Did that mean something? I'm still puzzled by that. Did that mean something to them?
By coincidence, a day before that day, the Monday, in the morning, I stayed awake 3 a.m. Ontario time to do an interview, which was 7 o'clock 8 in Lagos.
Okay.
It was a live radio interview.
Okay.
On Star FM. And exactly what I predicted was going to happen happened. But I never knew was going to happen the next day. I said, what you've been having for the past 2 weeks is a party, a jamboree. The fight is still coming. This is not the real protest. You are going to meet force. And as predicted, the next day they dispatched the army. Now these kids, these protesters, I'll use the word kids because they're younger than me anyway.
Yeah.
They believe one thing: they are our army. They won't shoot us. We just wave the flag. These poor kids went to a shooting fight or to a gunfight with their consciences. You don't fight guns with your conscience. They went with their goodwill, their innocence, their country's flag. They went with their goodwill, and instead they got guns. And you know what we say over here in America? You don't go, you don't go to a gunfight with a knife, or you don't take a knife to a gunfight.
Yes.
These guys even did worse. They took no weapon to a gunfight, and they got massacred. And it is still puzzling up to today why no one has been prosecuted for war against humanity. And that is going to happen. The one that called for the army to come, the one that commanded the army or that was in command of the army, everyone that took part in that debacle will pay a price. They will face the wrath of the law. It may take 10 days, it may take 10 weeks, it may even take 10 years, but we will make sure that these people are tried for their atrocious crimes.
Tried thoroughly.
Yeah.
We all know how things work in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And well, speaking of prosecuting anyone right here, who should we be looking at prosecuting? Because I want to believe the governor of a state should, why would he be asking the question, who gave the orders? And you're the governor of the state.
Yeah.
It sounds...
We have a saying in Yoruba, I was saying it in English. It's because of, it's because we can trace the culprit that we all have names. In other words, everyone has a name and a title. The soldiers didn't just march from Bonny Camp to the place. They were ordered to march.
Yeah.
Who gave the order? Who gave the order to appear on the scene? Look, we are all accountable. Inasmuch as we try to hide the facts, we have a paper trail of what happened. One person called the army, he has a name and a title.
Yes.
Then the army was led by another commander or officer.
Yeah.
He has a name.
Yeah.
Now, who armed the soldiers? Who told them to put live ammunitions inside the gun where they could have used rubber bullets? Who gave the order for them to shoot? Now, shoot how? What was the rules of engagement? Are you going to the border to fight Niger or fight Cameroon or Sudan? Why are you in your own country with your own people and then you're firing live bullets? Are you not supposed to use the gun to defend the same people? So there's so many questions that will be answered. And the fact that, like I said, it may take 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years. That's difficult. Those who were involved will be brought to book. That one I know for sure, because it will not go away.
Yeah, I hope not. It would not be swept under the carpet like usually we've been having it in Nigeria. I mean,
No,
thank
that
God for the power of social media.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for... Okay, you know what baffles me? So initially, the soldiers said they were not in sight. Oh, we're not there, we're not there. And then later on, they come to say, oh, we didn't shoot at nobody, we're just shooting the bullets in the air. And they came back again. It's all confusing, saying nobody died. And we saw the videos, we saw pictures, horrific pictures, videos of our tomorrow's leaders. All they did was come out to say, enough is enough. We're tired of this. We can't take this anymore. I don't think that should warrant you killing someone or forcefully taking away their lives from them. Anyway, moving forward. Another thing that actually, breaks my heart is how many years they've been thinking that we're fools as Nigerians. I mean, if that were not to be the case, I saw Fashola. Fashola, to me, I thought before that video, I thought he was a man of integrity. I saw Fashola appear after 3 days or 4 days and claiming to have found a camera. How is that even possible? I mean, maybe I need to hear someone else's view on this. How is that possible?
Fashola is a benefactor of the Nigerian system, and the system we have can be likened to organized crime. I'll tell you why and how.
Okay.
You cannot have the same set of people in power for the past 40 years.
True.
The same name recycled over and over and over. They ask yourself, what's really going on?
Yeah.
What happens is this. They have what they call the grassroots godfather. When election comes, they use the motorbike crowds to enforce their reign over people. If, for example, I come out and say, I'm a Barinde, I've come from whatever to contest my party, they will look at you and they weigh you. If you are a threat, they kill you. That's what happens in organized crime. They enforce. That's why when you bring candidates out and they rig elections, you cannot stop them because they will just kill you. That is what criminals do.
Yes, true.
And for many years, people were educated, cultured, well-traveled, and enlightened ran away from politics and left into the touts and thugs. They are still there till today. Now, something happened in Benin about some few months back when they had the election.
Yes.
The people said, enough is enough. They had to police their polling stations.
Yes.
They had to risk their lives
Yes.
to protect their ballots.
Yes. Yes.
That is change. But that is dangerous change. You know why? Because those people could have brought their conscience to a gunfight and they would have been killed in Benin.
True.
How they survived and got through with that, I don't know. But the fact is, they came out and they protected their ballots. In a place like Lagos, a man like Tinubu will unleash mayhem on everyone. And what happens? They all run away because we don't have a culture of violence. But the fact is, these protesters, these kids, these young people, they have seen soldiers shoot. They have seen the police harass them. They are not afraid anymore. And that's where we are now. They don't fear them. We have a system based on, it's like organized crime, really. The Babasale in the areas with people like Tinubu or whatever, aiding them and stuff,
Yes.
And what they do is they unleash thugs on people. I know 3 people who have left this Toronto to go contest in Nigeria and have been killed. I won't mention their names. 3 people, yeah. 3
Killed?
of them. Yes. I know of the name of people who even killed Wu.
So now it wasn't like they were sick. Like
They
for
left
fact.
here to go and they were killed. You were murdered.
Wow. Wow.
And they're like, so we can't do it. And I be our savior. Become now. When they let you campaign and run around the old water, it's because they think they know the threat. The moment they know that this young person can muzzle and mash out people, boom. So the first stage now is the youths coming together and putting themselves in a situation where they can look. Those people are very, very few in number. All they do is intimidate,
Yes.
assassinate,
Yes.
and also in every way even beat you up.
Yes.
But the fact is, they are a small select few. We know their tactics. We know their game and their style. What we never had then was the boldness to confront their violence.
Yeah.
But that time is over. 2023 will be interesting. We are not afraid anymore.
We are not afraid anymore. I was saying to someone, it's an amazing time to be alive. You know, I would tell people, I trust in Nigeria is going to change. And I also say, I'm not sure it's going to change in my generation, but I know it's going to change for sure. But I'm alive. In my generation, things are changing, which is quite exciting for me. And, you know, another thing that came to me as a surprise would be Desmond Elliott. For me, he was like the brand ambassador for the youth. Like, oh, we have this, the same, your fans, the people, we all came together and brought you in, feeling you were like a glint of hope. And then him turning around to talk about the children being disrespectful, them not being respectful to the adults. Listen, we're talking about people that have been oppressed over the years. And you, as their own icon, as who they put, I'm saying we, not just they, we put a whole lot of trust in you, Desmond, and you turn around to say you're talking about respect when people are suffering, they can't even afford 1 square meal a day. I mean, what's your take on what Desmond, I mean, I really need you to, I want to see it from your own perspective. What do you think about, or what can you make of Desmond's speech saying the children are disrespectful? What I still can't, I can't grasp anything out of it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, if you check my phone, it's there. I googled the name Desmond Elliott. Up till yesterday, I swear to God, I've not had that name before in my life.
Wow.
I don't watch Nigerian movies. I don't know much about the system, cultural, whatever there. And I guess it could have come into life like maybe in the last 15 years, but not before I left Nigeria. I don't know him really.
Okay.
And when I heard the name, I thought it was an American journalist.
Oh.
Really? And then I googled and I found out he has a Yoruba name. I'm like, who's this guy? That's one. After that, I watched his garbage he was spewing on YouTube. I'm like, what? Now let me tell you one thing.
Okay.
The youth now, didn't elect Desmond Elliott. The old guards put him there because he has paid his due. I don't know what the due is. Okay, the due could be anything, but he was put there to serve their purposes. He was put there to, like the boy. So he would never side with you. He is a product. He is one of the beneficiaries of the injustice. So don't for 1 second think you put Elliott there. There will be a party of young people that will be elected. Those will be the real young people. Desmond Elliott is like the hand of Esau, the whatever, the
Yes.
of Jacob, whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
So Elliott has to do the bidding of his masters, and he knows that. And I'm telling you now, he will never take side with the youth. You know why? Because if he does, they'll find a way to remove him. He has to do the bidding. So it is not in any way representing the youths of Nigeria. Forget it. He is more or less doing the bidding of his masters. And like I said, there will be a pure party, a conscience of the nation that will arise of pure-bred young people that will now be the real. Elliott is just
So you
A
say
mouthpiece.
it's a good thing. He actually showed us the stuff he's made of. So when we're going to the next level, we have to, discard him fast or drop him like a piece of garbage.
Elliot has no place in the new Nigeria. He will be carried away with the old gods who are close to their mortuary or to their graves now. He is gone. He is not a part of us. And with his own mouth, he said it himself. So forget about it.
Okay, so Desmond, you see that? You just shot yourself in the foot. And another thing that also got me to tears. Did you see the video on the palliatives?
Yeah.
Please, I needed to say something because I watch your social media, your updates. I see you updating all those things all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're celebrating it because you're excited about it. It hurts you. You say a lot of things out of pain. Like, how could this even be happening? What's your view on that?
Hunger has been weaponized. It's turned to a weapon now. And what is meant for other people is being hoarded. I mean, in the thousands, in the hundreds of thousands. And people, like, it's so funny. I was listening to Tupac Shakur, and Tupac said, I cannot be rich and somebody hungry. Like, there's no way I'm not going to feed them. But these people are seeing hunger as a means of political advantage. You all line up there and get a box of Indomie noodles and vote for us. We're your masters. And they enjoy that. So, when the protest happened, the same people they used to load up all those things
Yes.
now came and said, like, you know what? We got lots of food.
Yes.
And that's what happened. But it is evil. It's beyond evil for human beings to use food to oppress other people.
Okay.
Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice.
Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice.
Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice.
Unusual Eunice.
Unusual Eunice. Unusual Eunice.